Hey guys, it's John here, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different to what I usually do here on the channel, and that's because I kind of just want to give you guys a bit of a personal life update, and also an update on the channel, why I haven't been uploading so often, and what my plans are for the channel in the next 6 to 12 months from now. So I started this channel around 6 or 7 months ago, and early on I was uploading quite consistently, once a week or so. But some of you may have noticed that in the last few weeks that slowed down quite a bit. And that's because of the work that I do overseas. So I'm based here in New Zealand, but I work as a polar photographer. So I typically work on ships that operate in the polar regions, and I kind of just go up and down between the Arctic and Antarctica. So I was away recently. I was working up in Greenland for 3 weeks, and I just got back from that trip. And obviously, when I'm away, I don't have access to my studio or anything like that, so I can't create content for you guys. So I'm going to be home now for another couple of weeks, so I've got a few videos in the works that I want to try and get out as soon as I can. But then I'm heading down to Antarctica for 7 weeks, so there won't be too much more content coming in the kind of latter quarter of this year. But I do have big plans for the channel in 2023, and I plan on dedicating much more time to it than what I have this year. So I want to thank you guys for all of the support that you've shown this channel over the last 6 months or so. It's grown a lot faster than what I expected it to. We achieved monetization on the channel around 2 months ago now, and closing in on around 5,000 subscribers. So it's growing really well, much faster than what I expected, and that's thanks to all of the support that you guys have shown me. So yeah, thank you for all of the comments you leave on the videos and the kind messages that you send me on social media as well. So I do have a lot planned for the channel in 2023. I've been collecting a lot of products over the last year, mostly SeaMonkey stuff, but also stuff related to instant pets in general. So I'm looking forward to giving you guys lots of unboxings and reviews as well, as long as the kind of tutorial stuff I've been doing, showing how to raise these animals and different ways of feeding them too. So now I'm going to take you through a bit of my collection and show you the kind of videos that I'm going to be making next year. So just give me one moment. I need to set up an overhead camera so I can give you guys a bit of a top-down view so you can get a good view of the products. And yeah, I'll take you through each of them one by one. So first up we have the SeaMonkey's Magic Castle set. This has been highly requested on the channel for quite a while. These are some of the oldest and most popular SeaMonkey kits out at the moment. So this here is the standard SeaMonkey's Magic Castle, which you can find in retail stores and on Amazon quite easily. And this here is the Japanese regional exclusive version of the Japanese Magic Castle. So it's basically the same as the standard version, except that the castle inside it is a clear blue plastic instead of the pink and blue color. So just a small variation there, but this one is quite popular amongst collectors because it's a little bit more rare and harder to find. So yeah, I'll be doing a video on this. This will be probably one of the first videos I do in 2023. I'm currently also working on a video for the companion tank, which is the SeaMonkeys on Mars set, which I'm sure most of you are very familiar with. So hopefully that video will be out in the next week or two. Next up we have the SeaMonkey's Porta-Pet Playpen kit. So this is actually quite a rare set. In fact, I hadn't found one even after searching for a long time online. And then a whole lot of them came up quite suddenly on eBay. Yeah, basically the market was flooded and these were being sold for like $15 each, so super cheap. So I'm quite excited to share this one with you guys because it's quite a unique kit. It comes with the standard Ocean Zoo tank, but there's also this mini portable aquarium that it comes with as well. So that's something that's very unique about this, and yeah, I'm excited to test it out and see how it works. Next up we have a fan favorite. This is the SeaMonkey's Big Show kit. It's got a very unique tank that it comes with. It's kind of made to look like an old theatre, and it's got a projector inside it. So essentially once your SeaMonkeys are large enough and they're all kind of swimming around, it's got a little projector light that will basically project the shadows of the SeaMonkeys onto the wall behind them. So I've had this one in my collection for about a year or so, but I haven't got around to opening it up yet. And the main reason for that is because something that's quite unique about this tank is that it sits on quite a high pedestal. And because of that, it means that if you're heating the tank using a heat mat, it's not going to be very efficient at heating up the water above it. So I figured it'd be better to wait until the summertime when the ambient temperature is a bit warmer, and it'll be a little bit easier to keep that tank at its toasty 26 degrees Celsius. So yeah, a video for that will be coming in 2023. And this next one is a personal favorite of mine. It's the SeaMonkey's Explor-a-Sub tank. This one is quite rare. It's not too easy to find these days. I was very lucky to pick it up off eBay around 6 months ago. I can't remember how much it cost me, but I think it was around $150, something like that. It's a very unique shaped tank, as you can see, and it's got these little buttons inside which make some quite unique noises. And somehow the batteries still work despite this tank being, it was quite old. What's the date on here? It says 2001, so it's like 21 years old, but the batteries are still working and the sounds still work as well. So I think those are supposed to be like submarine sounds or something like that. But yeah, a very unusual tank, very strange shape. So this one should be quite interesting to make a video about. So next up we have the mini world tanks. There are 3 of these in the set. This one here is the SeaMonkey's Hang 10 tank. This one here is obviously beach themed. And there's 2 others. We also have SeaMonkeys on the Moon, which is obviously a moon themed tank. And the last one is SeaMonkeys in the City. So something quite unusual about these tanks is they're very square shaped and much flatter than what you typically have with other SeaMonkey tanks. So I'm really excited actually to test these out and see how they compare to those other kind of more standard SeaMonkey tanks. This one here is the SeaMonkey's MagiQuarium tank. So some of you are probably quite familiar with this one, and that's because even though this is over 20 years old, they still make this tank today. So it's sold on Amazon. It's a very popular tank. It's that typical SeaMonkey's Ocean Zoo style, but the substrate at the bottom is glow in the dark, which is something that's quite unique. There are a few different variants on this tank, and there's one that I really want to get that I don't have in my collection at the moment. So I'm going to try and get that one first before I make the review video for it, just so I can show you guys all the different variations that it's gone through over the years. Next up we have the infamous SeaMonkey Marine Zoo. So some of you may be familiar with this one. Some other content creators have already made videos about this. I know John Hicks, the SeaMonkey dude, has made a really great video about it, and Charles Badger as well. So this is a tank that was sold, I believe, in Walmart in the United States. It's a very cheap and poorly made tank. It's similar to their Ocean Zoo style, but the quality is very poor. The plastic is very soft and bendable. So I think the idea with this tank was to basically make it as cheap as possible. It came in these 3 different colors here. I've obviously got all 3 of them, so let me know which one you guys would like me to open up for the review, and I'll probably give one of them away as well because I don't need 3 of them. Next up is the SeaMonkey's Wrist Aquarium. So this is basically just another SeaMonkey's watch product. I have made a video about a SeaMonkey's watch in the past, but it was slightly different to this one. The other video I did was an older version. This is the most recent updated one. This one's not particularly high on my priority list just because I've already made a similar video before, but I will get around to this at some point. And yeah, let me know if you are keen to see a video, but it'll be sometime probably in the latter half of 2023 when I do a video about this. This here is the SeaMonkeys and the Search for Pirate Gold kit. Now, this one isn't particularly interesting in terms of the tank design. It's basically just a SeaMonkey's Ocean Zoo with a gold coin tank substrate. But it does come with something that is quite unique that I think is really cool, and that's a miniature keychain aquarium. So it's basically just a small keychain that you can put your SeaMonkeys inside of so you can carry them around with you. So I thought that was pretty interesting. That's why I picked up the kit. But this one here is also pretty low on the priority list. I likely won't be making a video about this until the latter half of 2023. This next tank is probably the one that I'm personally the most excited about, and that's because it's incredibly rare. So this is the SeaMonkey Circus tank, and I've been looking for over a year online trying to find one of these to buy, and I haven't seen a single one come up for sale. My friend Todd Machin, who as many of you know is the illustrator for Trans Science, and he's also an avid SeaMonkey collector as well, he loaned this tank to me so that I can make a video for you guys. So I'm really excited to get this one into production, and this one will hopefully be one of the first ones that I get out for you guys next year. Next up we have the SeaMonkey's Ocean Treasure. So this is one of the newest tanks from Trans Science. In fact, I believe it is the newest tank. So this one is still available in shops today. It's a super cool tank, really interesting design. It's very thin and flat, which means it's really good for viewing your SeaMonkeys. I have already made a video about this tank before on my channel. In fact, I believe it was the first long form video that I ever made. So if you're interested in seeing it, definitely go check that out. But I will be doing another review of this tank just because I think I can probably make it a little bit better now with some better cinematography and some better shots of the SeaMonkeys for you guys. Next up, we've got the Create Instant Life Starter Kit. So this one here is quite a new product. It was only released around 2 or 3 months ago by Trans Science. So it is available on their website now. It's basically just a starter kit, but it also has an air pump in there as well, and a brand new instruction sheet illustrated by Todd Machin. So you can also see his really cool illustration of little hatchy baby sea monkey emerging from its egg. So very excited to test this one out and have a look at all the new stuff inside the box. Next up we have the SeaMonkey's executive set. So this here is another kind of vintage item, came out 2002, so it's around 20 years old now. This one here was a SeaMonkey kit created for adults, which is why it's kind of got that sleek black and gold colorway to it. So it's basically just a standard Ocean Zoo tank, but it does come with some really unique goodies in there, like a little SeaMonkey toy on top of the tank, and also a squeegee as well. My friend John Hicks, the SeaMonkey dude, has already created a review about this tank. So I'll link that down in the comments so you guys can go and check out his video. And now for some non-SeaMonkey stuff. So this is still trans science related. I've got XRay Specs here and the invisible goldfish. So these are two kind of fun gag gifts. XRay Specs, I don't actually know entirely how these work, but they're supposed to allow you to see through objects and see through clothing. My guess is that it's probably some kind of illusion, but yeah, I'm quite excited about opening these up and figuring out exactly what they are. The invisible fish. So I think this is basically just a bit of a gag gift. I think it's just a fish bowl with some aquarium decor, but it doesn't actually come with a fish of any kind, or it comes with an invisible goldfish. So yeah, this video will just be for a bit of fun, but I'll probably put a SeaMonkey kit in here as well to see if I can get some sea monkeys to grow in the tank, and hopefully the invisible fish will not eat the sea monkeys. Okay, so I've got a few other brine shrimp products to show you guys as well. This one here is Hydropets. These are basically just kind of like copies of the SeaMonkey's product idea. So Hydropets is, yeah, just another brine shrimp kit, but it's got quite a unique tank to it. I believe this is one you can kind of plug into the wall and it lights up. So yeah, I've had this one for around a year or so, so I don't know if these packets are still going to be good after all this time, but yeah, I'll see how they go. So here's another one. This one's called Real Life Mermaids. I picked this up off eBay for like $5. It was super cheap. I think this is like another Walmart product. I've got very low expectations for this. I think it's going to probably be absolute crap, but yeah, it might be fun just to test it out and see how it goes. So I've also got an Aqua Dragons tank here. They sent this one to me actually a few months back. This is the Aqua Dragons Eggspress. So it's basically just a brine shrimp tank that is shaped like a giant egg. It's actually quite large. I think the capacity of this is probably around 500 mils. But what's really cool is they sent me another tank which is considerably larger. So this here is also an Eggspress tank, but as you can see, it's absolutely huge. I think this one is only intended to be like a display unit or something like that. So it's not one that's actually for sale. So it's basically just a giant version of this Eggspress. So when I put this together, I think this will probably be the largest brine shrimp tank that I've ever done. So last but certainly not least, I had the Instant Fish from Wham-o. I think this is probably the oldest product I have in my collection. The date on here says 1962, and I believe that to some extent this product was a precursor and the inspiration for sea monkeys. So it's actually a pretty similar product. The idea was that it was African killifish eggs, and they function very similar to brine shrimp eggs in that they can be dried out and then rehydrated, and the killifish eggs will hatch. So if this does still come with the eggs, I'm sure they've long since expired, but I think this will be a really cool product to review, and I'll try and get my hands on some fresh killifish eggs so I can hatch them in this container and see the product for how it was supposed to work. Okay guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments which of these products you're most interested in seeing a video about, or if there's anything that I didn't mention today that you would like to see a video about on the channel in the future. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll catch you in the next one.